Hey everybody, welcome to Everyday Journey. Today we're going to check out a free item that I picked up on Craigslist. This is a box of stuff actually, but what it is it's a garage door opener. The guy got it from, I don't really need a garage door opener so much, but the one thing I could use is that this has all the components with it. Well, it should have anyway, I don't know. I'm going to drag it all out of the box here. So let me drag it out and we'll go over it real quick. Alright, so as with a lot of things on Craigslist, comes some disappointment. Looking at this, I don't have exactly what I was looking for. I was thinking, I have everything for the most part that I would need. He gave me the track and everything else, so if I could get this working I could have used it, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to try to see if I could get it working or just kind of mix the parts and stuff that I had with mine, so that I could get it working, because he said that it actually had all the buttons and everything else, and specifically this is let's open it up so you can see. This would be the outdoor keypad, so you could actually open it from the outside. And I was looking forward to that, but looking at it now, it doesn't even have the back to it, so I wouldn't be able to use that at all really, because I can't mount it, well, easily. This is wireless, it looks like, at least this part of it. This part and this part, which should be the indoor button, is wireless. And it would talk to this thing. Of course, here's our wireless antenna. But since it doesn't have all that stuff, I really can't retrofit mine or make this one work. So let's just take it apart and see what kind of parts we can get out of it. He claimed he couldn't get the motor and stuff to work, so who knows, that may be shot too. But let's take it apart anyway. This is our control board. Really don't need this top on here. Let me go ahead and take that off real quick. Now this is probably one of the few things in the house that I have not taken apart before. So we'll just see what we get. We'll keep this here so we can see what the buttons are. That way when we push them we know what we're hitting. So here's a circuit board. Of course you can see capacitors, looks like relays right here, a couple transistors and stuff here, and of course some push buttons, some LEDs, and a couple of potentiometers it looks like. Let's see if we can get some power to this and see what we got. Of course inside here we've got the motor itself, looks like a gearbox right here. Looks like most likely, just like my treadmill motor, looks like this has got a potentiometer on it to control its movement. Let's see, what do we got? We got our transformer. This is a 24 volt output transformer. So that's something I can keep. This looks like just a contact board with a big capacitor on it, and so who knows, let's see if we can get this motor running, if nothing else. Alright, so I went and got the car battery, and I actually don't have this in a car, I just keep it on a charger. Not really sure what I'm doing with it yet, but I do keep it charged with the solar charger, so it doesn't really matter, it's not taking anything. But we're going to go ahead and use this wire to hook up to the positive and negative leads on this motor, and run 12 volts through it even though it's 24 volts, and see if we can't get it to spin. If it spins, we know that part's good. So, alright, so that didn't work. I tried. Alright. I didn't want to cut the clip off of this because I'd like to still be able to use it, but I guess we can cut enough of it to reuse it if we need to. You can just splice it back together. So there's our red. There's our black. Let's go ahead and strip those back real quick. And who knows, this thing may not even work. He claimed he couldn't get the motor to start up, but who knows if that was for what reason that was. Now for the fun part, let me put something under this real quick. Just try to get it up to the height of the battery so that we can actually connect these leads. So we'll put our black to the negative. Oh man, really short leads. There we go. I hear the motor working, although I don't see the gearbox or the gear turning. So let's switch that around and go in reverse and see if it only goes one way for some reason. So now we're putting the red on the negative and the black on the positive. And I still do not see. I hear the motor turning, but I don't see anything going on as far as the gearbox. So again, this thing was free. Can't really complain about anything about that. So let's go ahead and pull the whole motor and everything off of here. Alright, luckily these stick up high enough that I can actually put this on here. I've already broken these other ones free. I just put the vice grips on there. And spin it. So now that they're free, so now we're just working with the wires on the motor. Most likely we can see here that the grease is all coming out of the gearbox. So there's probably some broken teeth or something in there, which is probably the reason why this thing didn't work in the first place. But we'll pop the top off of here and see. Don't see anything broken yet. Let you guys look in here real quick. So, up here on top, this is where our potentiometer sits. Here is the gearbox, and this plastic gear here, I don't see any broken teeth on it. And so far I'm not seeing any broken teeth on the inside of here. But you've got that, actually it looks like, I think I see what's wrong. It looks like maybe the actual shaft there with the helical gear on there is, it looks like that might be broken. So let's go ahead and pull that off of there and see if we can see, pull these gears out of there and see if we can see that. Alright, so looking at these, they got a, looks like they're held in place by Phillips. So we'll go ahead and see if we can't break them free. Now this should lift out of there. If you can see the gears there, doesn't look like there's any missing teeth on there, at least on that one. This one kind of looks the same. No missing teeth. So most likely, actually it looks like the shaft itself broke completely free of the motor. Yeah, so just I can see it moving around here. Looks like it broke right here. So we'll see if we can't take this gearbox off the motor, see if there's anything salvageable there. So on the back of the motor, you got 2 screws here. They go all the way through and hold this gearbox on. If the motor shaft is broken, there's really no way to repair that. At least no easy way to repair it anyway. So shouldn't really be anything holding this, unless it's just the fact that the we do have some, got right here on either side, we've got some bolts that are held in place with this, with the Allen key. Let me grab that and we'll see if we can't get that off of there and look at the end of the shaft. And there we go. See right here, it's completely broken off, and there really isn't, and even if we were to try to take off this bearing and all that, there really isn't enough usable length on that motor shaft to do anything with whatsoever. So right now we just got to take it for just as scrap. What we do have is we have some brushes here that we can use. You know, if we desoldered them right there, we could reuse these brushes for something. We've got capacitors all within this. Got some wiring, we got a bearing, and then of course we got the all the stuff that's here. So we got a 2 amp fuse. We could use that. These look like 24 volt DC relays. This right here, I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. Like I said, some potentiometers. Like I said, a lot of buttons, and looks like just one LED, some transistors. Now we do have. We'll go ahead and take this apart too. These are actually our sensors that are supposed to go on either side of the garage door. Let's see if there's anything in there that we can use. What they do is send a, I don't know if it's really a laser, but they send a beam of light across at the bottom of your garage door, so that if anything gets in the way of that, it should send the garage door opener in reverse, so that it won't crush anybody or anything for that matter. We need some smaller screwdrivers. So again, here we've got our little transistors. Transistors here, some capacitors, and then it looks like some what do you call them? Some diodes. Actually this right here, it is infrared. So this is a little infrared. It sends a beam of light through. This, I don't know if that's the receiver or not. Let's open up the other one and look at it. Oh yeah, that is the receiver, because this is the transmitter. It says so right there. This will actually send the beam of light. So this will just receive it and then do its thing. So we got some things that we can use. We can desolder some of this stuff. Got another LED light. Like I said, some diodes, lots of wiring, and then some magnets if you care to pull the magnets out of here. But really, there's not much usable stuff here. It's kind of a loss. Was hoping to at least be able to use the motor, but can't really use the motor. Can't really do much with that. So, oh well. Like I said, at least it was free. and so we don't have to really worry about any of that. So we got a big pile of crap here. I'll take whatever I can out of it, use it for whatever. Those relays might be helpful for something. Let's see. I think actually there might be a few usable parts on here. I mean, there's quite a few stuff. So depending on what you want to do with it, there's lots of usable stuff here. So, and it was fun taking it apart, checking things out, and seeing what's going on with it. If you needed to yourself, you could take apart this. It could have been replaced. We could have replaced just the motor itself if we could have found one, or the motor and gearbox, and this thing would have been working again. Problem is that they make these shafts so cheap. Most likely this thing just got in a bind and just snapped it. Maybe they had the force too high. I don't know exactly what the deal was with it. The guy gave it to me for free. He says he got it out of his house, but it could have been he got it for free from somebody else that got it out of their house, and he was trying to make it work. But anyway, we did what we could with it. We found some interesting things. Found out how to troubleshoot it if you needed to on your own. If you had one of these, and nothing else, we learned a few things. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching as always, and if you got any questions or comments, send them my way. If I find anything useful out of this that I can do with it, I will definitely post it. That way you guys can see what you can do. Because taking apart things like this, the components can be used in other things. So there's no telling. It's pretty much limitless as long as you have a way to control it and a way to power it. So I appreciate you guys watching. Y'all take care.